Greetings, friends and fiends, and welcome to The Keep. I'm Lindsay the Keeper, and today I am protecting reality from eldritch horror through a different means of entertainment. Because of last week's video, my brain is a bit of a pile of mush right now. So, I decided, at least for this week's video, I am making a fun video. To be more specific, a crossover between D&D and Disney. I will admit, I, Lindsay the Keeper, am a huge Disney fan. I grew up with it and love it. I also like the original stories that they were inspired by to some degree. You know if you know. Anyways, I decided to roll some dice after spending some days writing, researching, besides my own common knowledge, on everything Disney, to give a theory of what kind of classes they would be into, or if they are an NPC, what kind would they be. But before we start, a disclaimer is important so the big mouse doesn't come after me. I do not own any of the Disney characters. They belong to Walt Disney and anything Disney related. They are used for entertainment only, and my opinion on these characters do not shape who they actually are in the films. Now, sit back, relax, and cuddle up to your favorite tendril as we dive in this chaos. If you have ever seen the Black Cauldron, you would immediately know who Taryn is. But it is understandable if you don't, since this film was not very popular due to how dark it is. Anyways, I imagine our hero being a fighter, but not just any fighter. Either an eldritch knight or a rune knight. The main reason for that is because of the element of magic. Technically speaking, in the film and in the book, he was raised by two people, an old enchanter and a retired warrior turned farmer. He has the skills to wield a sword and knows how to use it, plus, given that he is the pig keeper to a very powerful pig that acts like an oracle, I can safely say that he understands magic. This works out very well for our young adventurer. So before I begin talking about this particular character, I do want to make an apologies if I butcher any of the names because it has been a long time since I've seen Brother Bear and I know I'm going to butcher it. So apologies in advance. Anyways, Brother Bear is a film where we meet a young man who gets turned into a bear after seeking vengeance against a mother bear, and it's an emotional roller coaster. But the biggest one is Danahi, the middle brother of Sataki and Kenai. It's obvious to those who have seen this film that Danahi is a ranger, more specifically, a hunter. He is one of the hunters in their tribe, and he literally spent the entire movie tracking down Kenai, thinking he is the bear that unalived his only family member left after his older brother's passing. Even after learning the truth, I believe he will continue his path as being a better hunter for those around him. Of course, we will get our hands on villains in this event, but there is one that does give me a bit of a shiver, and that is the Coachman from Pinocchio. A story about a puppet becoming a real boy. We see him meet a lot of shady characters in the film, but this one is the top of the scumbags. Either way, he is nothing more than an NPC. Probably a mini-boss depending on the campaign you are running. He is manipulative and has an island where young boys turn into donkeys. That is insane. That would be an adventure to go on either way. If there is one villain I could think that would be perfect for the Mastermind Rogue subclass, I would say it would be Scar from The Lion King. Of course, because he is a lion in the movie, we would consider him as a leonin in the D&D world. The main reason why I would consider him in the Rogue class or even under the Mastermind subclass is because, number one, he mentioned at the beginning of the film that unlike his brother, Mufasa, who has strength, that as far as brains go, I got the lion's share, meaning that out of the two brothers, he is far smarter than his younger brother. And the second reason would be he literally manipulated hyenas to do his bidding in exchange of being treated as equals with the lions in plotting a murder. So yeah, why not give him a better place in the D&D chart? I know this character is only in the film for a very short bit, but he is important towards the ending of the film when it comes to Belle's father, Maurice. If you don't have a clue, it is Monsieur D'Arque, the director of the insane asylum in Beauty and the Beast. Of course, he would be an NPC that would either help the players for a price, or be against them and take them to the insane asylum. I find this a thrilling idea to have an NPC that can flip aside easily by the price tag. That's literally how he worked. Gaston literally was going to give this man a bunch of money to put Maurice in an insane asylum unless Belle married him. Talk about hardcore blackmail. Not cool, bro. Now, I will inform you all now that there are going to be some films that will have lots of NPCs. I won't deny that. Having said that, the next set of characters are the variety of video game characters that we've seen in Wreck-It Ralph. From Sonic the Hedgehog to the guy from the Root Beer game, there are lots of iconic characters that appear in the game. So obviously they would be NPCs for different things. Either they can give you advice, ability, quests, and many more. I think for video game characters, this suits them the best. When it comes to Disney princesses, we all have one that we always favor more than the others. So for those who like the movie Aladdin, Princess Jasmine is in this video today. Jasmine is a princess who has a tiger as a pet. Obviously, she will be a ranger of the Beastmaster subclass, but she is multi-class to either fighter or monk. I haven't really decided which. Now, the reason why multi-classing this Arabian princess is because through and through, from the films and the cartoon, she has a fighting spirit. But I can see her leaning more towards monks since some monks use quarterstaff. Not saying rangers can't use it, but it's not very often. Either way, she is one princess you shouldn't mess with, especially with Raja around. Let's face it, we all like someone stealing our hearts, especially when it comes to our favorite Disney heroes. But no one, other than Aladdin, can steal our hearts better than our smoldering champ, Eugene Fitzherbert, aka Flynn Rider from Tangled. Eugene has a dream of having money and only looked after himself until he met Rapunzel, of course. But even after getting married to the Lost Princess herself, he can't stop his bad habits, which is why he is a thief from the Rogue subclass. Just because he has a heart of gold doesn't mean he was always a softie. He literally stole a crown from a palace and almost got away with it too. But of course, we wouldn't have these lovebirds together if he got away. Born in a hidden village surrounded by mountains, one family has the blessing of magical abilities that help the village out as best as they can. One of them is the oldest out of the grandchildren, Isabella Madrigal, who is our druid. Now, I really did have a hard time figuring out which between Circle of the Mountain or Circle of the Forest Isabella belongs to. But in the end, she is the Circle of the Mountain druid. She grew up surrounded by mountains, and yes, even though it took a while for her to learn how truly powerful she is, she still has a way to go. However, I would never underestimate her. She can make carnivorous plants after all. From zero to hero, this champion of gods comes swinging as our last Disney character in this video as Hercules from, well, Hercules. Now he is a multi-class, but it's a good multi-class. A barbarian fighter mix. mostly barbarian because of his strength. He is specifically the path of the zealot, because, the gods. Also, I would consider him as a variant human due to him being a demigod. But one day, our Greek hero will join his deity family in the sky. That is currently all of the Disney characters, for now. Do you agree with me about these characters, or think there is a class or subclass that works better for them? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm so sorry it's short, but I do have an announcement. Behind the scenes of this channel, I have been working on a bit of a big project with my friend's help. If you do want to help with that support, please just like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and share it to anyone that would like this type of video or even my horror story ones. I am making a Patreon as well, so when it's finished, I will drop it in the links as soon as possible if you want to support me more. Thank you all so much for at least getting me up to 50 subscribers. Most people think it's a small number, but to be honest, it really does warm my darkened heart for all the support. Let's see if we can push it up higher together. Now that the video is over and reality is still in a state of calm, I'm going to depart for now. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos. If you like this type of video, please let me know down in the comments section below. Next week, I will be back on our regular schedule of r/RPG horror stories. Until then, I will see you in the next video.